Hi, friends. This week we're going to work on reviewing all the vowels in their long sounds. So remember, when a vowel has its long sound, it says its name. Today we're going to work on long A. So our I can statement is, I can read and write long A words. Can you read that back with me? I can read and write long A words. So remember, our five vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and they each have two sounds. They have a short sound and a long sound. But today we are focusing on the letter A. So the letter A, we know, has two sounds. It can say its short sound like A in the word apple, or it can say its long sound, which says its name, like A and acorn. So we're going to look for patterns in words that help us know if it's going to have a long A sound. We've gone over patterns like A with magic E, such as the word cake, cake. We've gone over A and Y together that make the long A sound, such as in the word say, say. And we've gone over AI together that make the long A sound, A, like in the word tail, tail. So these are three patterns we can look for to tell if a word is going to have the long A sound in it. Let's review by following along to this video. So listening ears are on and eyes on the screen. Practice sounding out the words with the video too.
Long vowel A. We can say A. This is the long vowel A. We can say A. This is the long vowel A. A. Rain. Rain. A. Mail. Mail. Wait. 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 We can say A. This is the long vowel A. A. Cake. Cake. A. Game. Game. A. Tape. Tape. We can say A. This is the long vowel A. A. Day. Day. A. Hey. Hey. A. Say. Say. We can say A. This is the long vowel A. We can say A. This is the long vowel A. This is the long vowel A.
Let's read these words together.
Rain. Mail. Wait. Cake. Game. Tape. Day. Hey. Say.
All right, so we went over A and I makes a long A sound. A with magic E makes a long A sound, and AY makes a long A sound. So in reading, we can look for those patterns to help us identify what sound it's making. In writing words with a long A sound, we have a little trick between AI and AY. We can tell that all the words that have AI have it in the middle. So when you're spelling a word, look for, is it going to be in the middle or at the end? If it's at the end, it's most likely always going to be AY. So when you think about a word and the long A sounds at the end, when you stretch it out, like D-A, I can think it's going to be AY. So now we're going to read this short story, and I want you guys to look for patterns that tell us it's going to be a long A word. So I can look for A with magic E, I can look for A with I, and I can look for A with Y. Do you see any on the screen? I see some. Let's practice reading this together. So I highlighted the words that I know are going to have the long A sound, and that's going to help me as I read it. There's lots of sight words in here too for us. The whale likes cake. So the whale likes cake. He may eat cake with snail. He may eat cake with snail. Jake is the snail's name. Jake is the snail's name. He may say he likes cake too. He may say he likes cake too. Do you notice how I stopped and I stretched out the sounds and blend them together to read the word? Then once I finished decoding or reading each of these words in the sentence, I went back and reread the sentence. So practice, practice, practice. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning and try reading it all the way through without having to stretch the sounds. And we're going to just want to re-practice that over and over again until we can read it very fluently. The whale likes cake. He may eat cake with snail. Jake is the snail's name. He may say he likes cake too. So now that I read or sounded out each word, the long A sound, I went back and read it again so I was more fluent. I didn't go too fast. I didn't go too slow. I didn't sound like a robot. I went at a nice pace. So in the first part of your Seesaw activity today, you're going to have something else to read. And what I want you to first do is use this highlighter tool right here and highlight the words that have long A patterns. So remember, you're looking for A-Y, A-I, and A with magic E. So once you're done highlighting all those words, I want you to practice reading it and then use this microphone tool to record yourself reading it all the way through. We're also going to work on writing or spelling words with long A. So remember, we have A with magic E, A-Y, and A-I. And we talked about a little trick. We know if the long A sound is at the end of the word, it's going to be A-Y. If it's in the middle, right next to each other, it's A-I. So magic E with A and A-I might be a little bit tricky, but you just need to know with practice. But other words, A-Y, we know is going to be at the end of a word, like in the word say. If I stretch it on my hands, S-A, oh, long A's at the end, I know it's going to be A-Y. So let's see if we can figure out what patterns make up these words. So my word is pay. I will pay him the money. Pay. Let's stretch it on our hands. P-A. Is it at the beginning, middle, or end? Long A is at the end, so what do we know goes at the end? A-Y. P-A. Pay. All right. My next word is rain. Today there is a lot of rain. Let's stretch it on our hands. R-A-N. Rain. Where was the long A sound? Was it in the beginning, middle, or end? It was in the middle. What do we know goes in the middle that are right next to each other? If you said AI, you are correct. A-N, rain. What about the word same? Let's stretch it. S-A-M, same. Where was the long A sound? S-A, it was in the middle. So if it's in the middle, could it be AI? It might have been if you thought about it in the middle, but we can see that this word doesn't have two vowels that are right next to each other. This word has something at the end and something in the middle. So this has to be A with magic E. So we're going to use what we know about long A patterns and use it for spelling words with long A. So you have the word hay, nail, and tape. You're going to use the drawing tool to finish spelling each word. So when you're done with slides 1 and 2, hit that green check button on the top right corner. Again, first grade, we're working on reading and writing words with long A. Have fun with this activity and let me know if you have any questions.